Hello, boxing fans. Thanks for joining me once again. Join me on Talkin Fight. Appreciate it. Here's not boxing news today. Courtesy of our friends at boxing247.com from across the pond. Let's start off today's episode with a story about Donnie Nietes. We reminded you what happened to him when he went up against Kazuto Ioka the other night. He lost. But now Nietes is trying to reclaim his WBO World Junior Bantamweight title. He was given in the scorecards against Ioka. He lost 120, 108, 118, 110, 117, 111. It wasn't even close. But anyway, the Filipino hero, who's 40 years old, says he has no complaints about the result, but was left frustrated that Ioka, who had promised to be aggressive, was not prepared to stand and trade punches more often. Nietes, a former four-weight world champion, still has plenty left in the tank, he says, and plans to work his back into title contention as soon as possible to add another chapter to his storied career. He said, "I lost the fight on points, and I felt that Ioka did not want to try and deliver a knockout win for his fans and was just happy to win the fight on the cards. I was not able to put as much pressure on Ioka as I would have liked. I was waiting for Ioka to move in and throw his shots so that I could hit him with my big counters, but it didn't happen often enough. I was defeated, but without question, I can still fight for world titles again." There you go, from a great Filipino fighter who wants to keep on going at the age of 40. All right, let's move along to England. Number one contender, Thomas Patrick Ward, will be keeping a close eye on the WBA world title situation, with reports claiming Leigh Wood may miss out on a clash with Leo Santa Cruz. The WBA had ordered their super featherweight title holder, Santa Cruz, to face the regular champion, Wood. But it is now claimed that Santa Cruz may try to pursue a featherweight unification clash with fellow Mexican Ray Vargas, who picked up the WBC belt on the weekend. Wood's promoter, Eddie Hearn, told DAZN he expects Santa Cruz to request the WBA allow him to have a unification fight with Vargas instead of facing Wood. Should the WBA grant any such request, it would leave Wood looking for an opponent. And with Ward itching for his long overdue shot at a world title, he could put himself into the frame. The unbeaten Ward keeps active this weekend when he headlines a Phil Jeffries promotion at the Stadium of Light in Sunderland, facing Nazaro Nanembe. Ward, who has been the number one contender at 126 pounds with the WBA since March, said it was outrageous that Santa Cruz had not defended his super title since 2019. So there you go, more challenges from other divisions other than the heavyweight. All right, let's move along to Wolverhampton, England, this July 22nd at the Hangar Events venue. This is where Francy Luzoho is determined to raise his game and show the boxing world that he's a force to be reckoned with in the super lightweight division. He goes again when BCB Promotions are back at the Hangars event in Wolverhampton on Friday, 22nd of July. Luzoho is currently calling the West Midlands home after spending his training camp with coach Shani Singh at the MLSS Community Hub Gym in Ballockswitch. Right, that puts him regular rounds of sparring with stablemate and hot prospect Macaulay Owen at easy reach, and the two have become firm friends, he says. The 26-year-old has boxed in his homeland, Luxembourg and Germany since before making his UK debut earlier this year. Luzoho didn't lose any of the 4 rounds against Constantine Vadoy, rolling over him by 37-point scorecard, but believes there's far more to come from him. He said, "I'm constantly getting the rounds in, sparring, that's a good thing. This is another chance to see where I'm at and where I'm going to. I'll be home after the fight to spend as much time with my wife and daughter as possible for a month or so because I'm always on the road. For this one, me and Macaulay spent 2 weeks in Tenerife as part of our training camp. That really gets the mind and body right. We are the only 2 pros in our gym, so we do a lot of sparring rounds together, and he's got the same mindset and goals as me, so we'll get on well." Good luck to him. Forward to seeing that result. Let's move along to Mexico. Some news out of our friends from the World Cup Boxing Series. Canela Media, in association with promoter World Cup Boxing Series, will launch a new professional boxing series called Canela Box Nights. They're going to start this off on July 22nd from the Sonora Arena in Sonora, Mexico. Apparently, Canela Media is the leading minority-owned technology-driven company committed to redefining digital media experiences for the Hispanic community. WCBS was created and is led by CEO Terry Holland and promoter matchmaker Guy Taylor. Canela Box Nights will stream live and free the third Friday of every month, starting July 22nd at 9 p.m. Eastern Time throughout the US, Mexico, and Latin America. Undefeated hometown favorite Sergio Mendoza, who's 16-0 with 15 knockout headlines against veteran Francisco Gomez, who's 14-8, who has fought 3 world champions during his 8-year pro career at the 10-round main event. Canela TV and its new free boxing series, Canela Box Nights, is going to be huge, Taylor said. Not just for Mexico, but for all of Latin America. Sergio Mendoza is going to lead off the series and set the standard of what fight fans can expect to see on Canela TV every month. Well, congratulations to them and good luck to them. Alrighty, across the pond, Troy Williamson has told Josh Kelly to agree to a mouth-watering British title showdown instead of chasing easy fights. The British Boxing Board of Control have ordered Williamson to defend his super welterweight crown against Kelly after James Metcalf pulled out of a fight with the champion. Williamson, who's from Darlington, and Sunderland's Kelly could now clash in a fight for the Northeast, a huge fight for the Northeast of England. And Trojan, one of British boxing's most exciting fighters, apparently, hopes his rival doesn't try and avoid him. Williamson said, "It's a great fight, especially for the Northeast. I've known Josh since our amateur days, and we are friends outside of the ring, but that will have to be put one side if we fight. He's got all the talent in the world and a big following, so this would be a huge occasion. I posted on social media after hearing the news, and everybody's ready to get is already getting excited for this fight. I just hope Josh takes the fight and isn't like all the others who just want easy fights. I'm a proven 12-round fighter who is strong at the weight. As everyone has seen, I get stronger as the fight goes on. As long as I am stronger and fitter than Josh, that will tell over the distance." On Liverpool's Metcalf, pulling out of a fight with Williamson, the Pro Bellum man said, "I'm disappointed Metcalf withdrew from our fight. He said that fighting for me for the British title is a backward step, but I don't blame Eddie Hearn for not wanting to put him in with me. I've already stopped his other super welterweight fighter, Ted Cheeseman, and I would love to have done the same to Metcalf." So there you go, more challenges out of the UK. Let's conclude today's episode with some news on Tyson Fury. The headline reads, Tyson Fury says the punishment from Wilder trilogy, reason for retirement. This is by a fellow by the name of Charles Brunn. He says Tyson Fury says what initiated his decision to retire from boxing was the heavy punishment he absorbed in his trilogy fight against former WBC heavyweight champ Deontay Wilder last October. After the contest, which saw Fury 32-0-1, dropped twice in the fourth and seemingly knocked out, said he had suffered a concussion and had lumps on his head from Wilder's fists. Let's move along to the quotes. Here it is. Said Fury, "I had lumps on the back of my head like fists. I was concussed. I didn't remember anything. I was thinking, did I get put down 4 times? I thought, I think it's time to call it a day." And he said that to the Daily Star about initiating his decision to retire. He said, "I've been on the road for 13 years as a professional, went all around the world and fought the best fighters in the world, the Americans, the Africans, the Germans. I fought them all, and all of them fell. They all fell to the fat fucker from the north of England. There are 7 billion people in the world. Just think about that number, 7 billion people. And I'm the fucking heavyweight champion of the world, #1. Out of all the people, the biggest, fattest, baldest, ugliest motherfucker on the planet, that's me." So there you go. Straight out of Tyson Fury's mouth. And I'm pretty sure, though, in my opinion, if Anthony Joshua beats Alexander Usyk in their upcoming fight, I'm pretty sure Fury will take on, despite his concussion, that fight against Joshua. Will he fight Usyk? I doubt it. All right, that's all the news fit to print today. Thanks for joining me here on Talkin' Fight. Appreciate it. Remember to join me again at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for Knuckle Up with Mike War at 4, and Cedric Ben will be in the den. And then again, at 7 o'clock, it's Friday, so time for the Friday night panel, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm pretty sure Tim Witherspoon will be with us tonight, and hopefully some other special guests as well. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining me. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.